You can work harder than everyone around you and still stay broke while someone else works less, earns more, and lives better. And that's not luck, it's leverage because labor has a ceiling, but knowledge doesn't. And the moment you understand that, everything about how you approach money starts to change because trading time for money will always keep you capped there. And are only so many hours in the day. And no matter how hard you grind, you can't outwork that limit. But knowledge lets you multiply your output without multiplying your time. It lets you make decisions once and get paid over and over again. It lets you build systems that work even when you don't. And that's why two people can put in the same effort but get completely different results. One is using muscle and the other is using strategy. And strategy always wins long term because labor is paid based on effort, while knowing knowledge is paid based on value, and value scales effort. And it doesn't if you dig ditches and you get paid for every ditch you dig. If you design a system that replaced ditch digging, you get paid every time it's used. And that's the difference most people miss. They focus on working harder instead of thinking smarter, not because they're lazy, but because they were never taught that knowledge is the real asset. They were taught to get a job. It shows up, work hard, and everything will work out. But the world doesn't reward effort the way it used to. It rewards efficiency, it rewards problem solving, it rewards people who can see opportunities where others see obstacles. And that's all comes from what you know, not know how hard you push yourself. And this is where things get uncomfortable because it means if you're stuck, it's not just about effort. It's about awareness. It's about skill. It's all about perspective. And that's actually good news because, unlike time, knowledge can be expanded. You can learn new skills. You can study what works. You can observe people who are ahead of you and reverse engineer their decisions. You can literally change your earning potential by changing what you know and how you think. And the best part is once you learn something valuable, nobody can take it from you. A job can disappear, income can drop, but knowledge stays with you and continues to pay you back over time if you use it correctly. And that's why the highest earners aren't always the hardest workers. They're the best decision makers and they know where to focus, what to ignore, and how to position themselves in a way that maximizes return. And they understand leverage, whether it's through technology, people, or capital, and they use it intentionally because they know doing everything themselves is the slowest way to grow. And this doesn't mean labor is useless. It just means it's starting point, not the finish line. Labor teaches discipline. It builds work ethic. It slows you what you don't want long term. But if you stay there without leveling up your knowledge, you trap yourself in a cycle where you're always trading time for survival instead of building something that creates freedom. And that's where most people get stuck. They get comfortable in the grind, they get used to being busy, and they confuse motion with progress. But being busy doesn't mean you're moving forward, it just means you've occupied progress. It comes from learning, applying, and adjusting. It comes from improving your ability to solve higher value problems. And because the bigger problems you can solve, the more you can earn. And that's the simple. And you don't have to be a genius to do this. You just have to be intentional about what you learn instead of scrolling aimlessly, and you study instead of guessing. You test instead of complaining. You analyze results instead of ignoring them. And over time, that compounds because knowledge stacks every new skill, connects with the last one, and suddenly you're not just working, you're operating differently. You're seeing patterns, you're spotting opportunities faster, you're making decisions with confidence. And that's when things start to shift because now your income isn't tied directly to your hours. It's tied to your ability to create value, and value can be scaled through content, through business, through systems, through investments, all which are powered by knowledge, not labor. And this is why someone can create a video once and get paid from it for years, while another person has to show up every day just to earn the same paycheck. And the difference isn't fairness, it's leverage. And leverage comes from knowing something others don't or applying it better than they do. So if you want to earn more, you don't just ask, how can I work harder? You ask, what can I learn that increases my value? And what skills can I build that solves a bigger problem? And that knowledge can I gain that gives me an advantage? Because once you shift that focus, everything changes. You stop chasing money and start building capability, and capability attracts money naturally because people pay for results, not effort. They pay for solutions, not sweat. And the more valuable your solutions are, the more you can earn without increasing your workload. And that's the real goal, not to work endlessly, but to work intelligently, to build something that grows beyond your direct investment, to create income that isn't tied to every hour you live. And that starts with understanding that knowledge pays more than labor, not because labor isn't important, but because knowledge tells labor where to go and how to move and when to stop. And without that direction, hard work becomes wasted effort. But with it, even small actions can produce massive results. So the question isn't, are you working hard enough? It's, are you learning the right things? Because that's what determines where you end up, not just how tired you are along the way. Thanks for watching today. If you found value in today's video, please like and subscribe. Without your subscription, I cannot build this channel any further, and I want to be here for many years to come. And if this video helped you out, check out this video on the right. It could also help you out on your journey too as well. Thank you. Have a good day.